You clicked on this video because you want to know which BMW is truly the fastest in the world right now. And trust me, you're about to discover some machines that will blow your mind. From the track-bred X6M Competition with its race car DNA to the absolutely mental XM Label Red that's redefining what's possible in the luxury performance space. We're diving deep into BMW's most extreme speed demons. But before we get to the crown jewel that sits at number 1, let me ask you this. Are you ready to see a BMW that makes Lamborghinis look slow? Number 13. BMW X6M Competition, 177 miles per hour. Back in 2008, BMW broke new ground with the first-generation X6, creating a segment that blended SUV muscle with coupe flair. Fast forward to 2025, and the X6M has evolved into an all-out competition model, built proudly in Spartanburg, South Carolina. Under the hood sits BMW's new S68 4.4-liter twin-turbo V8, paired with a 48-volt mild hybrid system. Power still sits at 617 horsepower and 553 pound-feet of torque, but the hybrid's e-boost sharpens throttle response while trimming emissions. Performance is staggering for a 5,375-pound machine. Launch control hurls it to 60 miles per hour in just 3.7 seconds before it charges toward 155 miles per hour, or 177 miles per hour if you spring for the M driver's package. BMW didn't settle for brute force either. Stiffer engine mounts, borrowed straight from the M4 GT4 race car, cut down on vibration, while the active M differential now preloads torque, giving the massive coupe uncanny agility through corners. Inside, the cabin blends high-tech precision with nods to heritage. A sweeping 14.9-inch iDrive 8.5 display dominates the dash, while the head-up display now adds lap timer widgets, a first for any M SUV. Tricolor seatbelts nod to BMW M's 1972 origins, while the split-folding rear bench expands cargo space to 59 cubic feet, enough for skis or weekend gear. Pricing starts around $133,275, delivering power, prestige, and a surprising dose of practicality. Number 12. BMW XM Label Red 180 miles per hour. BMW's newest creation, the XM Label Red takes the spotlight as the most powerful production model the brand has ever unleashed. This isn't just a mild upgrade. It's a machine built to shock numbers onto paper and thrill on the road. A reworked 4.4-liter twin-turbo V8 works hand-in-hand with a stronger electric motor, pushing output to a staggering 738 horsepower and 738 pound-feet of torque. That's 92 horsepower more than the standard XM, and enough shove to launch this massive SUV from 0 to 60 miles per hour in just 3.6 seconds. With the M driver's package, top speed stretches to 180 miles per hour. But the XM Label Red isn't only about brute force. A 25.7 kilowatt-hour battery lets it run up to 31 miles on pure electric power, making it capable of slipping silently through traffic before unleashing its twin-turbo growl on the highway. The hybrid system does more than save gas. It erases turbo lag, giving instant response that rivals from Audi and Mercedes can't quite match. Production takes place in Spartanburg, South Carolina, a fitting nod to BMW's American roots. Inside, exclusivity rules, deep M lounge seating, red trim details, contrast stitching, and a numbered VIN plaque all mark it as something rare. Starting at $187,875, the XM Label Red stands at the very top of the M performance ladder. Number 11. BMW M3 CS Touring, 186 miles per hour. For the first time in nearly 4 decades of M3 history, BMW has taken the legendary CS badge and strapped it onto a wagon. The result is the M3 CS Touring, an estate that looks ready to haul groceries but is engineered to hunt lap records. Under its carbon fiber hood beats the S58 3.0-liter twin-turbo inline-6, tuned to 550 horsepower and 479 pound-feet of torque. Much of the tech comes straight from BMW's M4 GT3 endurance racer, including reinforced internals, high-boost turbos, and stiffer mounts built to survive the punishment of repeated hot laps. Performance numbers are staggering. The recalibrated xDrive system and 8-speed M-Steptronic transmission send the long roof rocket to 62 miles per hour in just 3.2 seconds, while the M driver's package stretches top speed to 186 miles per hour. To keep things light, BMW shaved 33 pounds using carbon fiber panels, bucket seats, and even a titanium rear silencer that gives each upshift a sharper bite. Yet, it's not all about speed. The wagon still offers 17.7 cubic feet of cargo space, 53 with the seats folded, making it as practical as it is brutal. Heritage seatbelt stripes nod to BMW's 1972 motorsport roots, while iDrive 8.5 adds lap timers and drift analysis for track days. Debuting January 30th, 2025 at the Bathurst 12 Hour, only 2,000 units will be built worldwide. Starting price lands around $153,000. Number 10. BMW 3.0 CSL. 187 miles per hour. CSL stands as a living tribute to motorsport heritage, a car engineered with precision where numbers and design intersect at the highest level. Beneath its sculpted body sits a 3.0-liter inline-six, bi-turbocharged to unleash 552 horsepower and 406 pound-feet of torque. Power flows through a 6-speed manual, and every shift feeds a rear-wheel drive layout tuned for purity. That setup hurls the coupe from 0 to 60 miles per hour in just 3.5 seconds before pressing on to a 187 miles per hour top speed, placing it firmly among BMW's fastest creations. What elevates it further is its remarkable power-to-weight ratio, 340 horsepower per ton, a figure usually reserved for far more exotic machinery. At 3,579 pounds, the CSL maintains balance through lightweight engineering, while retaining structural rigidity. Its suspension pairs MacPherson struts in the front with a multi-link rear, supported by vented discs at all 4 corners, ensuring control matches pace. This is more than raw speed. A design measuring 187.7 inches long and nearly 77 inches wide gives it presence, while rear-drive agility keeps it sharp in the corners. Cargo capacity of 440 liters proves it's not entirely a track-only machine. Efficiency lands at 25.7 miles G combined with a total range of 333 miles, rare practicality in a machine so focused on performance. The 3.0 CSL isn't just another coupe, it's a precision-built statement, a machine that ranks near the top of BMW's history in speed, balance, and engineering clarity. Number 9. BMW M2 CS 188 miles per hour. BMW's smallest M car just earned its stripes as a genuine track predator. The upcoming M2 CS, set to arrive late 2025, pushes its S58 3.0-liter twin-turbo inline-six to 523 horsepower and 473 pound-feet of torque, all funneled to the rear wheels through an 8-speed M-Steptronic. The result is brutal pace, 0 to 60 miles per hour in 3.7 seconds, and a top speed of 188 miles per hour, unlocked by the standard M Drivers package. Weight savings are everywhere. A carbon fiber roof, hood, trunk, splitter, and even a drive shaft shave 97 pounds. Locking curb weight at 3,770. Add in CS-specific adaptive dampers, a stiffened engine cradle, and sticky Michelin Cup 2 Connect tires, and the car can pull 1.1 geese in corners with precision usually reserved for track specials. Braking matches the power. Optional $8,500 carbon ceramic rotors measure 15.7 inches and can haul the coupe from 124 miles per hour to 0 in just 114 feet without choking the forged wheels in brake dust. Production begins August 2025 in BMW's San Luis Potosi plant, with only about 2,000 units destined for global delivery starting in the final quarter of the year. Inside, illuminated carbon bucket seats, Alcantara trim, and a 4.9-inch iDrive 8.5 curved display mix hardcore performance with daily usability. Pricing starts at $99,775. Number 8. BMW M3 CS 188 miles per hour. BMW has revived its competition sport badge for the 4-door, and the result is the fastest factory M3 ever built. The heart of the machine is the S58 3.0-liter twin-turbo straight-six, now armed with stiffer engine mounts, refined boost mapping, and a forged lightweight crank. It produces a ferocious 543 horsepower and 479 pound-feet of torque, channeled through an 8-speed M-Steptronic and a rear-biased X-Drive system. Launch control engaged, the car slings itself to 60 miles per hour in just 3.2 seconds before storming toward an electronically raised 188 miles per hour top speed. Weight has been shed with intent. A carbon fiber hood, roof, splitter, diffuser, and mirror caps cut about 75 pounds compared to an M3 Competition, while a titanium silencer shaves an extra 8 and unleashes a sharp rasp that screams above 5,000 RPM. Inside, fixed-back carbon bucket seats sit 20 millimeters lower, prepped with harness cutouts for track duty. Yet, the rear bench still folds to reveal 16.9 cubic feet of trunk space, reminding that this sedan balances racetrack aggression with everyday use. Exclusively built in Munich, production is limited to roughly 2,000 units worldwide, each wearing a numbered plaque. New shades like Signal Green and Frozen Solid White connect to BMW's CSL history while adding modern exclusivity. Pricing begins at $118,700. Number 7. BMW M4 CSL 190 miles per hour. Half a century after the original 3.0 CSL shook up the streets, BMW has revived the Coupe Sport Leichtbau crest for the modern G82 M4, and the result is a machine that bends the rules of speed and precision. At its core sits a reworked S53 3.0-liter twin-turbo inline-six, now tuned to unleash 543 horsepower and 479 pound-feet of torque. All of it is funneled through an 8-speed M-Steptronic transmission to the rear wheels only, creating a purist setup. Launch control pins the driver back, sending the coupe to 60 miles per hour in just 3.2 seconds, with the quarter mile gone in 11.1 and top speed stretching to 190 miles per hour once the limiter is raised. But brute force is only half the equation. True to its Leichtbau heritage, the CSL goes on a ruthless weight-cutting mission. The rear seats vanish, replaced with molded helmet bins, while carbon fiber takes over the hood, roof, trunk, seats, and even the drive shaft. A titanium silencer adds a sharper soundtrack while trimming ounces, helping the car shed 240 pounds compared to the M4 Competition, landing curb weight near 3,640 pounds. On the Nürburgring, those savings and CSL-specific coilovers translated into a blistering 720.2 lap, the fastest ever by a factory BMW. Only 1,000 units will be hand-built in Dingolfing, each starting at $140,895. Finished in frozen Brooklyn gray with red grille accents, it honors the 1973 original while proving BMW still knows how to build a track weapon disguised as a road car. Number 6. BMW M5 CS 190 miles per hour. BMW 3.0 CSL revives a legend with numbers that command respect. At its core sits a 3.0-liter inline-six, force-fed by twin turbos to deliver 552 horsepower and 46 pound-feet of torque. All that energy flows through a 6-speed manual transmission, a rarity today, keeping the driver firmly in control. The result is a sprint from 0 to 60 miles per hour in 3.5 seconds and a top speed of 187 miles per hour, performance that places it among BMW's quickest cars to ever wear the badge. Weight is held to 3,579 pounds, and that restraint pays dividends. The car achieves an impressive 340 horsepower per ton, a figure that rivals much pricier exotics. Handling remains razor-sharp thanks to a front McPherson strut and rear multi-link suspension setup, matched with vented discs at every corner. The design focus is clear: high-speed stability paired with driver-focused agility. Its proportions, 187.7 inches long and 77 inches wide, make it commanding on the road, yet the rear-wheel drive layout ensures the coupe dances through corners with precision. Even practicality hasn't been ignored, offering 440 liters of cargo space, enough to handle daily tasks. Fuel efficiency clocks in at 25.7 mpg combined with a 333-mile range. Rarely does a car blend track-ready speed, lightweight balance, and everyday usability this effectively. The 3.0 CSL earns its place as one of BMW's most focused and desirable machines. Number 5. BMW M4 GTS, 190 miles per hour. When the BMW M4 GTS first appeared in 2016, it wasn't meant to be a regular sports coupe. It was a sharpened, stripped-down, track-focused weapon, wearing a $135,195 price tag in the US and limited to just 700 units worldwide. At its heart sat a 3.0-liter turbocharged inline-six, tuned to squeeze out 493 horsepower and 443 pound-feet of torque. That power, paired with a dual-clutch transmission and rear-wheel drive, delivered a 0-60 miles per hour sprint in just 3.5 seconds and a top speed of 190 miles per hour, numbers that placed it squarely in supercar territory. But the M4 GTS wasn't only about straight-line speed. It was engineered to corner with a kind of ferocity most drivers didn't expect from a BMW coupe. With aggressive aerodynamics producing over 270 pounds of downforce at 186 miles per hour and sticky Michelin Cup 2 tires, it tore through the Nürburgring Nordschleife in 7 minutes 27 seconds, faster than many Italian exotics. Even braking showcased its intent. Stopping from 60 miles per hour took just 100 feet. At around 3,500 pounds, it wasn't featherweight, yet its balance and precision made it thrilling on circuits like Laguna Seca and Hockenheim. What made it more intriguing was its rarity, far scarcer than many limited edition supercars, turning it into a sought-after collector's piece today. The M4 GTS blended brute force with racing focus, leaving behind a legacy as one of BMW's boldest modern experiments. Number 4. BMW M5 Touring G99 at 190 miles per hour. BMW's decision to bring back the M5 Touring wasn't about nostalgia. It was about rewriting the rulebook on what a wagon can do. Under the hood sits the S68 4.4-liter twin-turbo V8 paired with a 194 horsepower electric motor, combining for a staggering 717 horsepower and 738 pound-feet of torque. That's more muscle than even the ferocious 2022 M5 CS. Weighing in at 5,456 pounds, this family hauler still blasts to 60 miles per hour in just 3.5 seconds, then stretches out to 190 miles per hour with the M Drivers package, tying the M4 CSL as BMW's fastest showroom offering. But the M5 Touring isn't just about raw acceleration. It's engineered to feel alive in every situation. The 14.8 kilowatt-hour battery sits low in the chassis, improving balance, while providing 25 miles of silent electric driving. Rear-wheel steering swings the car opposite the fronts at low speeds for tight turns, then syncs with them above 37 miles per hour for stability on fast sweepers. Shear panel bracing, adaptive steel springs, and an active rear differential bring back the precision steering feel M fans demand, even with the added weight of hybrid hardware. Then comes the practicality. Fold the 40-20-40 rear seats, and you unlock 57.6 cubic feet of cargo space, room for luggage, gear, or even track tires. With a starting price of $123,000 to $275, the M5 Touring blends Autobahn power, cutting-edge tech, and family-friendly versatility into one of BMW's boldest moves in years. Number 3. BMW M8 Competition Coupe. 190 miles per hour, BMW's flagship GT is a masterclass in blending raw speed with grand touring luxury. At its core sits the S63 4.4-liter twin-turbo V8, engineered with dual oil sumps and track-grade cooling to withstand brutal heat cycles while still pumping out 617 horsepower and 553 pound-feet of torque. Numbers like these push the 4,435-pound coupe from 0 to 60 miles per hour in just 3 seconds flat, tearing through the quarter mile in 10.6 seconds before topping out at 190 miles per hour with the M Drivers package. That's the same maximum speed as the stripped-down M4 CSL, but with quicker launches and more authority on the straights. The engineering trickery doesn't stop with power. A carbon fiber roof drops the center of gravity, while the nearly flat underbody and discrete rear duct tail keep the car locked to the asphalt without a flashy wing. The MX Drive system adds personality, giving drivers the choice of four-wheel drive, a sportier four-wheel split, or an all-rear setup for tire-shredding slides on demand. Optional carbon ceramic brakes are tuned to laugh off repeated high-speed stops, making this machine just as comfortable on a track day as it is on a cross-country run. Inside, merino leather buckets and a 12.3-inch M-specific cluster balance elegance with precision telemetry. With a starting price of $140,975, it's both a continent crusher and one of BMW's fastest cars ever. Number 2. BMW M5 G90, 190 miles per hour. 40 years after the original E28 M5 shocked Geneva, BMW's latest creation, the G90, pushes the badge into the electrified age with staggering force. At its heart lies a reworked S68 4.4-liter twin-turbo V8, now partnered with a 194 horsepower electric motor hidden inside the 8-speed M Steptronic. Together, they unleash 717 horsepower and 738 pound-feet of torque, the most ever in a BMW sedan. Press the red boost paddle, and this 5,390-pound four-door catapults from 0 to 60 miles per hour in just 3.4 seconds before racing to a top speed of 190 miles per hour with the M Drivers package. That's the same maximum velocity as the hardcore 2022 M5 CS, but now with lower tailpipe emissions. And the real trick lies in the hybrid system's finesse. By spinning the E-motor at 8,000 RPM through a pre-gearing stage, turbo lag disappears. Power delivery is instant, relentless, and seamless. Despite its size, agility hasn't been sacrificed. Rear-wheel steering, an electronic differential, and reinforced shear panels sharpen handling, making this 200-inch sedan more responsive than its predecessor. Inside, twin 14.9-inch curved displays running iDrive 8.5 bring track-ready telemetry, while illuminated kidney grills and tricolor seatbelts nod to M heritage. Even practicality holds. Fold down the rear seats and there's space for ski bags. Starting at $190,500, this is a car that outruns expectations while still carrying daily comfort in its DNA. Number 1. BMW Alpina B8 Grand Coupe. 201 miles per hour, Alpina's B8 doesn't just whisper luxury, It thunders past with a verified top speed of 201 miles per hour, making it the fastest BMW you can actually buy off the showroom floor. At its core sits a heavily reworked version of BMW's 4.4-liter V8. Enlarged turbos, freer-breathing intercoolers, and a bespoke crankcase give it a staggering 612 horsepower and 590 pound-feet of torque, all flowing smoothly from as low as 2,000 RPM. That grunt funnels through a reinforced ZF8 speed, snapping off shifts with precision before reaching a rear-biased X-Drive system that delivers brutal yet refined launches. The result? 0 to 60 in 3.3 seconds. Quicker than the factory M8, despite weighing 200 pounds more. At speeds above 190 miles per hour, stability is king. Alpina nailed it with carefully sculpted aero front splitters, a discreet rear spoiler, and an ultra-flat underbody that cuts lift by nearly 30%. Handling gets the full treatment too. I-box springs, active anti-roll bars, and custom dampers work with rear-wheel steering that angles up to 2.3 degrees, making this 200-inch Grand Tour feel lighter than physics suggests. Braking confidence comes from 15.6-inch drilled rotors tucked behind 21-inch forged wheels wrapped in Alpina-specific Pirelli P0s. And when the speed run is over, the cabin brings hand-stitched Lavallina leather, crystal controls, and even an illuminated headliner, all proof that Alpina blends boutique elegance with FIA GT racing DNA. So there you have it, the top 13 fastest BMWs in the world. What an incredible lineup of machines. It's amazing to see how BMW is pushing the boundaries of performance with hybrid technology and relentless engineering. Do you agree with our ranking? Which one of these cars would you put in your garage? Let us know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this ride and want to stay up to date with the latest and greatest in the world of high-performance cars, give this video a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button.